Heroes, unite! And members of Team TDM. Well, first of all, I just want to say this is actually in response to Dan TDM's latest video. I'll try to leave a link in the... Really? Wow. Really? My hair really knows how to ruin a moment. Well, as I was trying to say, long story short, this is in response to Dan TDM's latest video. I'll try to leave a link down in the description below. This will actually be the first time I've actually attempted that, so it may take me a few days before you actually see it in the description, because I'll have to figure out how to do it, make sure it's the right link, and all that. I may actually be able to get it done just a few minutes after this video is up, but yeah. If I don't manage to get it up there by the time you end up watching the video, just know this. The video will be the one that was released the day before this one. And the exact title is going to be titled Goodbye Peggy, and then 3 dots. It's because one of his pugs died. And I will admit, I'm not really a fan of dogs, and not trying to be rude, but out of the dogs that exist, pugs are kind of one of the ones that I don't like the most. The only dog breed that I know specifically that would be above that would be a pit bull, but let's be honest, not very many people like pit bulls except maybe the ones who actually own a pit bull. But I'm not a dog person in the first place. I'm more of a cat person, but I am really sorry to hear. If Dan TDM ever sees this, I really am sorry to hear about that. No animal, dog, cat, fish, even a tiny little spider deserves that. No creature, big or small, even fictional creatures that would exist in alternate realities, deserve pain of any kind. So therefore, I am really sorry. And in honor of his dog that died, I'm calling all members of Team TDM together to make a collab video. My plan is this: make an entire collab video. It may even be as long as 3 hours long. I don't know. I'm actually putting no time limit on this, and this will be the first video I'm ever going to actually edit together. And just to be clear, sorry about the hair. The way it got cut, I can't seem to get it to lay down. And then again, my hair never seems to lay down no matter what you do. It's just one of those hairs that has a mind of its own. Seriously, the way my hair gets part literally can change on a daily basis. Like one day it gets parted to the left, one day it gets parted to the right, another day it may get parted down the center. Others, it may not even want to get parted at all. Don't know why that happens, but yeah. Aside from that, the video plan was this. Everyone who has ever had a pet that died, I'm wanting all of you, Team TDM or otherwise, to send me a picture of your pet and your most fondest memory with the pet. And I know that's probably improper English, but times like this, I don't really think proper English actually matters. I will admit, I will put mine first. Not trying to say that I'm, well, better than someone else or anything like that. More like I already have the plan set up, have it mentally prepared, and I've been actually wanting to figure out the best time to do something in honor of my family's cat, Precious, and, well, this seems like possibly the best chance I'm ever going to get. The only thing I'll have to do is figure out a way to get the picture onto the computer because, well, most of the pictures that I have of her, well, they're the non-digital photos, so I have to scan it on the printer, put it on the computer, all that stuff. And as the printer, I actually don't even know how to use the printer that we have with that function. My grandfather got the printer, and well, when I was younger, before this printer and with any of the others. Long story short, I used to play around with the whole scanning picture thing and just randomly stick my hand on it to make it pop up while my grandfather was doing work. And as such, my grandfather never really has done much to figure out how that works. So, yeah, and we've had the printer for about 5 years or more. So I'm probably gonna have to work with him to figure out how to do it. So it may take a while, but all I can say is I do want to make this collab video for everyone who has ever lost a pet. And I think it would be the best way possible to honor Dan TDM's pet. And I know it must have been really hard on him and his wife because, well, the dog, if you'd seen the video about his dog Peggy, she was not exactly the healthiest dog in the world when they got her in the first place, so they knew she was going to die. But what I can actually relate to is the fact that he hardly ever got to spend time with Peggy. It's like me and my mom's cat, who was actually the family cat, Precious. Long story short, while she would stay at home all the time, I hardly ever got to spend time with her until the last few years of her life, mainly because she was a very grumpy cat. I'll put it this way. She made Garfield seem happy. That's how grumpy she was. I literally couldn't even walk into the same room as her without her attempting to scratch me. It wasn't until maybe the last 2, 3, 6 years or so of her life that I finally was able to interact with her. But I wasn't even able to interact much then because I was still in school and, well, yeah. Can't exactly interact with a pet if you're never actually at home. So I know it must have been really hard on Dan TDM losing Peggy because during the time that he had her, he was on the USA tour, which I guess was really great for fans, but not so much for him. And I actually saw him crying in his last video, and, well, I don't blame him. It almost started making me cry because I remembered my mom's cat, Precious. I still remember the day she died, but I'll leave more info about that in the collab video. Just know this. Please share this video to anyone and everyone you can. Doesn't matter if they're older than you, younger than you, your best friend, your worst enemy, or even a complete stranger that may not even speak the same language. Please, share this video to as many people as you can, through any source you can get a hold of. Even if it's just someone you're talking to on the side of the road, it doesn't matter. Please, I think this video needs to get out there. Even if you aren't a fan of Dan TDM, I think this is a great way to help people who have ever lost a pet to vent. If you won't do it for Dan TDM, then at least try to do it for your pet. It doesn't matter if it's a cat, dog, bird, fish, hamster, gerbil, crab, spider. If you've had any pet that you have lost, please. And you don't even have to send in just one picture and one story. You can send in multiple pictures, multiple stories, and I'll edit them all in. It can even be about multiple pets. Now, I'm not going to say that I won't put it up if you don't show me a picture, but if you don't have a picture, I would recommend you not sending it to me because I won't actually know how to edit it in without a picture. I mean, even a drawing will be sufficient. Just send the story in with a picture. And as of my email, it's heroesunited@outlook.com. Now, I know I may be being loud right now, but my ears are a bit stopped up and I'm not sure if the camera will even pick it up right. Plus, this is something that I take very seriously. I've lost a lot of pets, but most of them were fish and crabs and snails and an ant farm at one point. Things that usually don't live that long to begin with, so it never really hit me how sad it was to lose a pet until Precious. But you can mention as many pets as you want. All I ask is that you have some picture with it, and you mention your most fondest memory. You can even go into as much detail as you want. Just keep a heads up, since I'm trying to make my channel age appropriate for everyone. Please try to avoid anything that might be considered profanity, something that'll be inappropriate for a certain age group, certain things like that. Now, I will go over it and look over it myself. If I see something that I don't want to have in my video, just so you know, I will find some way to edit that word out. Now, I don't know how I'm going to do that because, as I stated, I've never edited a video. Just please, try to make this, well, appropriate for everyone. Now, I know that some stories may be a bit graphic because I know people may sometimes lose their pets due to something very graphic like getting run over or the pet trying to protect their owner from a murderer or robber or something. And I know that sometimes in cases like that it can get graphic, which if you want to mention it, it's fine. Just somewhere, like maybe at the title of the email, put a "this contains graphic stuff" warning thing, because I too get a bit queasy when I read stuff that's at certain graphical levels. One reason why I try to avoid graphicness on my channel, it's because, let's be honest, who wants to watch someone else get sick on YouTube? Or in real life, for that matter. I mean, most doctors probably don't even want to see that stuff anyways, and they have to deal with that stuff on a daily basis, so just trying to make it enjoyable for everyone. But yeah, I guess really that's all I have to say. And for those who have pets right now, I hope they're able to enjoy a long and happy life. At least long for their species, or for their group of animals, because I know there are some animals that naturally have a short life, like ants or crabs or just pet fish. I know they're bound to have a very short life anyways, probably just only a few weeks. And for those who, well, are facing any medical issue, like Dainty DM's pug Peggy, you can send in your prayer request form too. And, well, send in anything you want about the pet. Anything from picture of the pet to favorite food, anything you want in the video. Please, send a picture of it, hand-drawn or actual photograph, with whatever you want to send. Because this isn't for us. It's for our pets. Because even they deserve respect, both before and after death. And to all those people who, well, who hurt their pets and abuse them, all I have to say is, I pray and hope that one day you learn to stop doing that. Because, don't take this the wrong way, but if you do that, you're a sicko. No being deserves to be abused. Animal, plant, otherwise. I will admit it's kind of hard to determine what's abusing plants, more so than it is for animals, but still, you should treat every living being with respect. Doesn't matter who or what that being is, no being deserves to be hurt, especially not by us humans. Because God put us on this planet to help, not hurt. So in honor of all those pets who have died, well, I say it's time to give them the respect they deserve. And when I finish making this collab thing, then I hope you'll send it all. I hope everyone who watches it will do what they can to try to get Dan TDM to see it. Because I will admit, I do want to be his apprentice, but more than that, I want him to know that his fans care. Because I know I, for one, when Precious died, when I went, as I stated, I was still in school, there was only maybe one, possibly two people who were nice and kind to me and actually attempted to help me through this issue. Everyone else was just being very mean, very rude, and very hateful. And not just the students, the teachers as well. A few of the teachers were actually thinking I was making it up, while others were telling me, stop being a big baby and just get over it. Well, it's not easy to get over the loss of an animal, especially since my mom got her several months before I was born. That cat was more like a big sister to me, and I will miss her dearly. Believe me, if I could talk the language of the cats when she was still alive, there's so much I wanted to say to her but never got the chance to. And if I could do anything to start over, I would. So, yeah. And like Dan TDM said, he's usually happy, but it's hard to be happy in situations like that. And I feel his pain completely. In fact, thanks to my disorders, I can relate to almost anyone. One of the things on my bucket list is to find someone who I cannot relate to in any way whatsoever. One thing that I don't think is ever going to be able to happen. But I guess it's not all bad. It helps me to become friends with everyone, which is also something on my bucket list. In fact, thanks to it, I can even become friends with some of the worst criminals and terrorists on the face of the planet. Now, I know you may think that's not necessarily a good thing, and I'm not going to deny it does get weird to some extent, but, well, as stated on Lego Ninjago in one episode, the best way to defeat an enemy is to make them your friend. And besides, if you can make them your friend, all the better for the rest of the world, because then you don't have to worry about them hurting someone. Well, I guess that's all I have to say. I really cannot think of anything else. Well, nothing that can't wait until the collab thing. But before I start editing it together, I will need at least 25 people to send stuff in. So please, share this to everyone you can. As anyone there is. Even if they have to give you the stuff and you send it to me and let me know it's from someone else, fine. But I want to make this the biggest, I guess you could say, dead pet tribute there is. Even if I have to update and upgrade this video every few weeks or so because I get more people, so be it. I do not mind doing that, especially if it means to honor others. Now, I will admit, because I'm sending this request out, that means I probably will have to be in the back bedroom on the computer almost every day. But I'll do my best. Because as stated in many videos, and in this one as well, I love to help. I cannot stand seeing anyone in pain. So, I'll do everything I can to help in every way possible. So, yeah, I guess that's all that's left to say. But I'll see / speak to you guys later. And if you ever want to talk to me about anything, any problems you may be having, not just pets, I know I don't exactly have a degree in counseling or anything, but know this, I'm here if you need anything. Just send me an email, contact me through Skype, Discord, anything. I will admit you'd probably have to send me an email first to get all that stuff, but still, if you need to talk about any problem, any personal issue, I'll do what I can to help. Because I'm not going to let anyone suffer, not as long as I can prevent it. And that even includes my own worst enemies. So, I guess until next time, because there's really nothing else I can say. And normally, I would be really happy, but this is just one of those cases where it's almost impossible to be happy. So, yeah. See you guys later. Well, bye.